Hey everyone, I'm Almar of almarsguides.com, and this video here is going to talk about the brand new page I've added to my website, which is my Guild Wars 2 pricing chart. So I get a lot of questions for Guild Wars 2 based on people asking me really like, Almar, what do you price your items at? Because people know I usually I've made a lot of videos in the past, I should say, where I talk about listing items for more than their market value. As you can see, let me go through my trading post tab here, and I will show you items I'm selling. As you can see, I got 928 items listed. That's a lot of items listed right there. And the reason I have so many items listed is because I list them for more than their market value. Now, the reason I do this is because I know these items are going to sell, right? Now, I'm not worried about selling these items today. I'm not worried about selling these items tomorrow. What I'm worried about is getting the most I can possibly get for these items. And what I usually do is I increase the price by a small margin as I'm going up. Like as you can see, I'm increasing the price by a small margin all the way up to what I think is the highest price it'll sell at. And really, I've done this with so many different items. I've been able to find a sweet spot, which the sweet spot is what I depict as that price that is, you know, just high enough to where the item will still sell, but it's pretty much just right. It's the Goldilocks porridge, pretty much. It's not too high, it's not too low, it's just right. It's in the middle. Now, usually these items will only sell on days like Sunday night at prime time and stuff like that. So don't get discouraged if, if you want money right now, like right now, always right now, then this is not the video or the price chart for you. Just list it at the lowest market value and, you know, get your money right now and pretty much cash out and stuff like that. But if you don't mind sitting on an item for a little while, definitely consider using this price chart. Now, there's a few different scenarios that can involve your items going up in price and them selling for higher than market value. And here's a few examples. One, someone needs to buy an item up for their profession, and they usually need, or say they need to buy 15 of that item, right? Now, instead of buying 15, say their trading post is a little bit laggy and they accidentally add another 5 and they end up buying 155. So instead of just buying the 15, they buy 155, and it skyrockets the price up to way higher than where it should be. Now, you might be asking yourself, Almar, how often does that actually happen? And the answer to that is more than you would think. I've accidentally done it 3 or 4 times, and each of those times were with different items, and we're spread out over quite a long period of time. Now, there's going to be more scenarios and more cases where people are doing this, and I'm sure at least someone out there has done it already and has done it before. Now, the reason this is such a thing worth mentioning is because the trading post is universal across the entire game, and all it takes is one person to screw up. He could be too drunk, he could be too high, he could be too anything, too stupid, just anything. It could be lagging. You know, his dad's touring all of that porn and his shit's just bogged down so much and he lags, and then he accidentally buys way too many of the item, and there you go, the market just went up. Now, that's just one scenario. Now, let's say there's here's another one. More than one person is leveling said profession today. Say the item is large scales that they want to buy, and they usually sell for 1 silver, 10 copper. Someone buys 100 for leveling their profession, and it shoots up to 1 silver, 20 copper. Now, say another person that same day buys 100 too because they need to level their profession. And that same item will now shoot up to 1 silver, 30 copper. Now, I have mine listed at 1 silver, 28 copper, and pretty much with that, bam, we just sold our item. Now, there's tons of these scenarios when this stuff can happen. And chances are, at least one day, or every single day, this is going to happen with at least one item's market. And the more markets you cover, the better chance you're going to have to hit this one-day gold mine, pretty much, is what I like to call it. And that is pretty much the essence of this pricing chart. We're sitting around and we're waiting to hit that one-day gold mine each and every single day. And as you get more and more and more and more items listed, each day that passes, you're going to at least get hit that gold mine every day. Like, I get 928 items listed. Every single day, I'm going to sell at least 20 things probably, even if they're, ridiculously overpriced. And that's just really how it is. Now, I have items that have been up on the auction house for like 3 months. I just took a bunch of them down and relisted them over the past few days, because 3 months is a pretty long time, and I've, been wanting to up my gold pretty much. So, I'm not going to go over a lot of the pricing charts or a lot of the things in this video, but I'd like to say what this pricing chart includes before you click on my website, which the link is in the description, and get into the whole entire pricing chart thing. So, I've consolidated everything into one massive guide here. There's going to be links to all different tiers of materials depending on what you need pricing charts for. And I'm going to cover stuff like fine crafting materials, gatherables, cloth, ore, wood, and leather. Also, some select rare crafting materials. I'm not going to be covering stuff like lodestones and stuff like that, because those markets are going to be changing so commonly and so often that you're just going to need to kind of guesstimate and figure it out for yourself. Because with people buying like 100 lodestones for their legendaries, these prices are going to be fluctuating so much, and you never know. Someone might like buy 100 today, and then the very next day someone might buy 100 too, and before you know it, the lodestone prices are insane, and I would have never have seen that coming. Also, I'm going to include gemstones and jewels, and a whole bunch of other items. Really, whenever a new item pops into my head that I have not already included in this guide that I know the price of, I'm going to list it. Now, some items also I've yet to find a sweet spot with, so their prices won't be listed on my website as of right now. So if you see an item where there's no price next to it, that's why. Don't get panicked or anything like that. The price will come eventually. I'm just still doing research on that item. Right now I have pretty much all tier 5 prices, all tier 6 prices, and a lot of other tiers, on the far end spectrums. Like tier 1, I've gotten pretty much all the prices down. But like tier 2, I think, and tier 3, and maybe even tier 4 prices, I haven't like set in stone yet for a lot of them. So as long as you keep an eye out and stick around, you'll be able to watch those prices. And I'm always going to be updating this guide. It's going to be one of my most frequently updated guides. So you can definitely count on up-to-date information from it. Aside from that, guys, that's pretty much all there is to it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, as always, like, comment, and subscribe to me for future gaming videos. And aside from that, I'll catch you guys around. Good luck, and as always, happy hunting.